Hey everybody, it's Jason with the Boardgame Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at an expansion for a game that I really like called Dark Tales, and this expansion is called Little Red Riding Hood. And Little Red Riding Hood is basically going to not change the game around a ton. It's going to add some new cards and some new tokens, and it just basically adds more variety to this game that's already cool and gives it a Little Red Riding Hood theme amidst the generic fairy tale theme, and that's always cool. So enough talking about it, let's go on the table and see how the new cool theme integrates with the base game and if it's cool.
Come on, play the game.
Alright, so here's everything that comes in Dark Tales, Little Red Riding Hood. Now, we've already done an overview of the base game, so I'm not going to show you how this plays. I'll link that to this video so you can check that out. But I wanted to tell you what comes in this and how this changes the game. So, first off, it's going to add one of these in-game in-game gold cards. You're going to play with one of these, and you're also going to play with another A and another B card. So, there's going to be 3 cards instead, and it's going to use these baskets. And these baskets are going to be new ways to score points and gold coins at the end of the game based on the conditions on these cards. How do you get the basket, you might ask? Well, that's where Little Red Riding Hood comes in. She starts the game next to the knight card that starts in play. And based on what kind of card you play or what happens, she's going to give you some things. So let's talk about her. If you play a male or female, draw 1 card. A place, score 1 point. An event, you take a basket. So that's the only way you get an event, if you have her in play in front of you. Or when she's in play. Villain, pass Little Red Riding Hood to the left, and you may play 1 additional card. So she's going to keep moving around in front of people and giving you bonuses based on what you play, which is cool. Now, let's talk about the mommy card. There's 2 of them. Let me read one. You can keep looking at it. Draw 1 card, take 1 basket from the supply. So she's going to give you baskets as well. All right, then we're going to have the Bad Wolf. I don't need to pick them all up. The Bad Wolf is a villain. The mommy's a female. The Bad Wolf's a villain. Put up to 2 females under the Bad Wolf, so he's going to eat the females. Score 2 victory points for each female eaten. At the end of your turn, score 1 victory point for each grandma in his belly. Score 1 victory point if Little Red Riding Hood is in his belly. So he wants to eat Grandma and Little Red Riding Hood for sure. The Forest. Take 1 pretty flowers from the discard. Take 1 basket from the supply. You may play 1 wolf if you play that card, which is pretty good. The Grandma. At the end of your turn, score 1 victory point for each player who has at least 1 basket. So she's going to feed off other people's baskets, which is cool. The Disguised Wolf is an event. Choose 1 card in play or in hand. Until the end of the turn, it counts also as another type for scoring. And then you get to play an additional card. So it's going to help you, like the type is the little icon in the bottom, to help you out. Pretty Flowers, there's a whole pile of these, 6. Put Little Red Riding Hood in front of you. You may play 1 additional card this turn. Now that does not work if Little Red Riding Hood has been eaten by a Big Bad Wolf. But you can get rid of the Big Bad Wolf with the Huntsman. 3 of these. Score 1 victory point for each wolf in play. Discard 1 Bad Wolf in play and put the eaten cards in front of you. So if the Bad Wolf has eaten Little Red Riding Hood and Grandma, you discard the Bad Wolf, take those cards in front of you, and now you have ways to score points. So the Huntsman is really cool. So that's it. That's everything that's in there. You're going to mix all these cards in with the base game cards and just play like normal, doing the new bonuses with these baskets and adding in 1 of these in-game gold cards. And that's it. And that is the Dark Tales Little Red Riding Hood expansion. Let's go to the top, see what we think about it.
What do you think, son? What do you think?
All right, so that was the Little Red Riding Hood expansion for Dark Tales. Now, just like the Snow White expansion, this one adds basically a few tokens. So it has basket tokens, which will represent to these 2 new setting cards that we're going to have ways to use them at the end of the game. So that's cool. And it's also going to add new characters with a few different mechanisms. Nothing that's like groundbreaking, but Little Red Riding Hood is going to be out in the middle, and it's going to get passed around when certain types of cards are played. And then some cards will play off Little Red Riding Hood. You may get some wolves and all that kind of thing. Just more cool art and fun variety of the game. So I'm just going to show you some of the art, because I think this game has some of the best art that I've seen in a game. Gothic fairy tales. I mean, what's not to like about that? It's awesome. Just great art, great production. More of a good thing is always a good thing. And that's where this expansion kind of sits, along with the Snow White. They're in a similar vein of just adding more cards to an already cool game. So that is the Little Red Riding Hood expansion for Dark Tales. I'm Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and as always, keep gaming.